Hello, Morrison Academy. This is Sarah Boltman speaking to you from snowy, cold Wisconsin. I'm here to tell you about an amazing opportunity that you and your school can get involved with. Come with me to Africa and I'll explain more. I'm guessing you've heard of the AIDS crisis in Africa, right? In Zambia, there's more than 1 million kids who've lost one or both parents to AIDS. Can you imagine? One day your dad has a job, he's going to work, your mom is working, you're going to school, and the next day your dad is sick. Then he gets sicker and sicker and can't work. Then your mom gets sick. Then there's no money to pay for school fees and you have to drop out. And finally, there's hardly enough food to eat. Then your parents die. You live with your aunt or uncle, maybe your grandma, or maybe if they can't help you, you have to just sleep anywhere, under a bench, maybe by the train station, and you're hungry all the time. Because of this crisis, my friends Willie and Bruce started an organization called Emiz. They create soccer teams for the most vulnerable kids in the community and pay for as many as possible to go back to school. They love them and teach them better ways to live. I want you to meet Chris and Jane. Both of them have been deeply impacted by Emiz.
At my auntie's place, I think that's where a lot of challenges were. So we always have maybe a meal in a week. We had maybe two meals in a week. So our aunt came to say, I think you guys, why can't you take care of yourselves?
At the age of 15, Chris no longer had a place to live or food to eat. He had to drop out of school and figure out a way to take care of himself and his younger brother.
I'm nothing right now. I was like, I don't care. Even if I die today, even if I came to do evil things, I am who I am because I have nothing. So I was like, I have no hope.
For a lot of the people in this region of Africa, access to education has been reduced to a privilege. It's not a right. And the difference between accessing education and not is the lack of fees.
But then my dad wasn't doing well. So they couldn't still take me to school. So I was really stressed, I was like watching all my friends going to school and doing all those things. But I would be home and babysit my brother, I even lost hope even though I still wanted to go to school. So I thought maybe that was the end of me.
Through soccer, they build relationships with the kids and let them know that they're not alone, that God loves them and has a purpose for their lives.
Willie, he came exactly where I was and trying to make that relationship with me, What are your names? Where do you come from? Can't you join us, please? So I was like, I am able to join you, but it's only that I was afraid.
After a while, he found out Chris wasn't going to school, and they helped him get a scholarship and return to school.
I was very excited. I was like, ooh, is it me now? In a uniform. Just imagine maybe 2 to 3 years you have been malingering in the community, doing a piece of works, but now I'm in a class.
I felt like I was the most blessed kid ever, even though when I started going to school, I didn't even understand the heart of the ministry. All I knew was that, okay, these people are paying for me, and I'm going to get into school and then get done and then pursue all my dreams. That was my thinking. But then it was different because they were like, no, you should be coming for discipleship. I didn't even know what discipleship was.
All of the programs that we have going are an access point. They're not an end in themselves. They are means to an end. The end is discipleship. Life is changed.
After that, now Willie always tells me to say, whenever you have a free time, come at my office, come at my place, that we have a chat, pep talk concerning life.
So with these young people, we take just the reshaping of mindset to the basics of how the gospel was meant to be lived. Basic things like community, love, integrity, and the results have been phenomenal.
So I just thought maybe these are just one of the NGOs that just take people to school and just forget about them when they're done, you see. But I understood that they walk a life with you.
And that means getting involved in a very holistic way. If you cry, I'll cry with you. If you laugh, I'll laugh with you.
I felt like I found a place of refuge, you see, whereby I could bring every struggle. I couldn't hide a thing, whereby I couldn't find You know, people that I could specifically talk about maybe my social life or any struggles that I was passing through, you know, as a youth. But when I came to Emiz, I had people all over, you see.
In the past, I was lost. I was blind. I couldn't see. But since Willie came in my life, I think the whole of my life changed. I was part of the drunkards. But right now, where I am, God has changed me. I'm now working.
And most of these have got huge destiny ahead of them. So after the time that we've spent with them, we've provoked something to let them make a difference.
Chris began volunteering with EMIZ and started teaching the younger kids. When he graduated from high school, he also became the head captain of the EMIZ Sports Academy.
So right now, even people are appreciating. People in the community are happy and are appreciating that, Chris, how did you change your life?
When Jane graduated from high school, she started volunteering with EMIZ to help the vulnerable kids in her community, ones who were just like her when she was young.
Sometimes I even think I'm like, how am I really going to thank these people? Like, how? So you see, even when I was volunteering, I never cared however the conditions were, but it was also my way of giving thanks. So I'm like, I'm really grateful.
People say, you changed your life through football. So I was like, no. God changed my life. Yeah, through Willie.
I am somewhere. In the future. And I rock much better than I rock right now.
There's lots of ways for you to get involved. You could raise money to pay for balls and shoes and jerseys for them, or you could sponsor a kid to go to school. Talk to Miss Shondell to find out more.